So often we will hear that a boy, especially as the boy is moving to like 12, 13, somewhere in there, he goes a little bit silent. And if it doesn't happen then, it'll happen at 15, 16. And so moms especially often ask, is this normal, and what do we do about it? And they're really great questions. So yes, at a certain level, this is quite normal. Part of what is happening, there are three primary things happening, more than this, but three primary things. One, he's separating from his mom psychologically, which he needs to do to mature. Of course, he and mom still love each other deeply, but he's got to kind of figure out what a man is. And he has to just separate from his caregivers. He has to become an adult. So some of that is separation from mom and is real normal. So he's going to tend to kind of not tell her and reveal all the things he used to reveal. The second thing, his brain is developing, getting a lot of testosterone. It's developing other centers, and while some boys are very, very verbal, I was one of those, they're very, very verbal, but certainly on average, they're losing some of that verbal stuff, and especially the verbal emotive connections. That's not as high priority for them. They're developing other centers of the brain, and that's something that's going on right under our eyes. And then the third thing is that they don't value it in quite the same way that mom values it, for these two previous reasons. And just as they're developing, their eyes are moving toward other things, and they're not, also being male, they don't have as many of these connectors between the verbal centers and the social emotional centers, so they don't process it all through words that mom might process or sister might process in words. And they're not storing as much. And this is one of the great ironies, because men and women are trying to relate to each other, but males are not processing as much emotion as women are processing. And so then in those years, it can feel really bad to mom because she feels abandoned, or she feels that he's unsafe. If he doesn't explain his feelings to her, how does she keep him safe? And those are really valid feelings. So a few things I would suggest. One, just understand that this is going on, and that unless he really is unsafe, he's probably not unsafe. So see if he really is unsafe. If he really is isolated or depressed, that's an issue. We have to find help for that. But if he's not, he may be just fine. And two, bring other people in, especially men. Bring men in. So we're going to be 12, 13, 14-year-old males. Mom is still essential in their lives. But they are needing to figure out what a mature man is and how men process feeling, and they need to model off of men how men process feeling. And men process feeling somewhat through words, of course, quite a bit, but through other strategies too. And that's a big modeling time. And if they don't have those men to model from, it is actually harder for them. It'll be less safe for them. Even if they can still figure out how to tell mom what she wants, it'll still be less safe for them, because they'll be 20, 25, 30, and they won't be mature. They won't know what a man is. So it's actually, I say to moms, this is actually a great moment that this is happening. As long as your son is safe, it's a great moment, because it means he is trying to mature.